Sheikh Hasina urges border guards to nurture a spirit of mutual confidence and discipline to mark BGB stronger. Turkish Prime Minister Binali Yildirim wraps a Bangladesh visit seeking global support for safe repatriation of Rohingyas. The 19th session of 10th Parliament begins on 7th January. President likely to address first sitting of the session. Rangpur City Corporation election tomorrow. All preparations completed to hold the poll in free, fair and neutral manner. United Nations General Assembly holds emergency session on Jerusalem issue tomorrow. And final round of 19th National Cricket League starts in 4 venues across country.
And that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and we invite you to watch our 11:30 Bangla News. Until then, Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz. The Prime Minister handed over BGB Medal among 51 BGB members for their courageous and brilliant contribution to various activities of the BGB. She also enjoyed a combined display, namely Utsho Theke Mohona, performed by BGB members and students of the educational institutions of the BGB. Turkish Prime Minister Binali Yildirim has called upon the international community to come forward to ensure safe repatriation of the Rohingyas, and it is the only solution of the Rohingya crisis. He said this while visiting Rohingya camps in Ukhia of Cox's Bazar today. He said Bangladesh has shown rare example of humanity by giving shelter to huge number of Rohingyas who fled from Myanmar to escape systematic persecution of Myanmar army. Here is a report by Jahid Sarwar Sohel.
Turkish Prime Minister Binali Yildirim has visited humanitarian activities in Rohingya camps. In the meantime, he inaugurated a medical camp run by Turkish aid agency AFAD and handed over the keys of 2 ambulances to Muhammad Ali Hussein, Deputy Commissioner of Cox's Bazar, on behalf of Turkish government. Meanwhile, Binali Yildirim heard the depiction of the brutality of Myanmar army and became emotional for a while. He termed the operation of the Myanmar army as ethnic cleansing.
What is happening in this part of the world? This is an ethnic cleansing, no doubt about it. So these people should go back their home, they settle there and they continue their life.
Later, the Turkish Prime Minister distributed cooked food patronized by Turkish humanitarian organization TIKA, as well as delivered the life-saving kit among Rohingyas in the Myanmar Gona camps organized by Turkish Red Crescent Society. In the meantime, he urged to the international community, including the United Nations, to make sure effective and safe repatriation of Rohingyas, and said Turkey would continue the humanitarian cooperation of Rohingyas along with Bangladesh till return to their country of origin.
United Nations should more involve in the problem, repatriation safely. This is only the solution. During stay of these people here, we try utmost to help them together with the government of Bangladesh.
During the visit, Turkish Deputy Prime Minister Bakir Bozdak, Family Affairs and Social Planning Minister Fatma Betel Shayan, Bangladesh's Foreign Minister Abul Hassan Mahmood Ali, Simon Surwar Kamal MP and senior officials were present among others. Turkish Prime Minister praised loudly for active role and generosity of people and government of Bangladesh for Rohingyas, and he urged world community to stand beside Rohingya for their safe repatriation with honor and dignity. Jayat Sarwar Suhal, Bangladesh Television, Balukhali, Ukhia, Cox's Bazar.
Turkish Prime Minister left Bangladesh from Cox's Bazar this afternoon after completing his official visit. Bangladesh Foreign Minister H. Mahmoud Ali saw the Turkish Premier off at the airport.
The 19th session of the 10th Jatiya সংসদ will begin at 4 p.m. on January 7th. President Muhammad Abdul Hamid summoned the session today, exercising the power bestowed upon him as per Clause 1 of Article 72 of the Constitution. President Muhammad Abdul Hamid will deliver his speech on the first day of the session. Newly appointed Swiss ambassador in Dhaka, Renee Holstein, met Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhry at her office in the capital today. During the meeting, they discussed various issues of mutual interest. Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhry said, Switzerland is a trusted friend and development partner of Bangladesh, and it has been supporting the country after its independence. Speaker said that the present government, under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, is working relentlessly to ensure that the country's political and economic emancipation dreamt by Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Renee Holstein said, Bangladesh is a role model of women empowerment for the developing countries. They hoped that the existing friendly relations between Bangladesh and Switzerland would be strengthened in the days to come. Rangpur City Corporation election will be held tomorrow. The Election Commission has already completed all necessary preparations for the election. 4-tier foolproof security measures have been taken at the city areas. The returning officer said that the electronic voting machine EVM will be used at one polling center on a trial basis, and CCTV cameras will be installed at important polling centers. 7 mayor candidates and 276 councillor candidates are contesting in Rangpur City Corporation election. About 4 lakh voters are expected to cast their votes in the election. Chief Election Commissioner CEC K.M. Nurul Huda has said that the Election Commission has completed all preparations to hold the Rangpur City Corporation polls in a free, fair and credible manner tomorrow. He said this at a press briefing over the Rangpur polls at the media center of the Nirbachan Bhavan in the capital today. The CEC said all preparations have been done so that the voters can cast their votes peacefully.
Industries Minister Amir Hossain Ammu has urged the entrepreneurs of Assam to import pharmaceuticals, leather and leather goods and plastic products from Bangladesh. He made the call during a meeting with delegation of Indian state of Assam led by its Finance Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma and Public Works Minister Porimal Shuklaboito at the Industries Ministry in the Dhaka today. During the meeting, Himanta Biswa Sharma sought Bangladeshi investment in various sectors of Assam, including tea, petroleum and agriculture, as there are a lot of opportunities in the region to invest. Amir Hossain Ammu hoped that the more Bangladeshi entrepreneurs will invest in the northeastern region of India, as Bangladeshi renowned company Pran RFL has already invested in Tripura. Biman Bangladesh Airlines and private airline Novo Air will start direct flights soon between Dhaka and Guwahati, the capital of Indian state of Assam. The decision was made in a meeting between visiting delegation of Assam led by its Finance Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma and Civil Aviation and Tourism Minister Rashid Khan Menon held at the Secretariat today. During the meeting, both sides also agreed to sign a memorandum of understanding for a flourishing tourism in the region by exploiting natural beauty of the hilly range of Assam state and rivers and sandy beaches of Bangladesh. Assam's Public Works Minister Porimal Shuklaboito was also present as part of the delegation.
Now international news. U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Nikki Haley has sent a threatening letter to the members of the UN General Assembly ahead of tomorrow's vote on the resolution against the U.S. decision for recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. The UN General Assembly called an emergency session tomorrow to vote on the draft resolution after U.S. vetoed the measure at the Security Council. In the letter obtained by Israeli daily Haaretz, Nikki Haley wrote that U.S. President Donald Trump will be watching tomorrow's vote carefully and requested her to report back on those who voted against U.S. China and Russia have criticized the United States for its new national security strategy that labels both countries as competitors, challenging American interests. On Monday, Trump unveiled his new national security plan that promised to prioritize U.S. economic interests. The president's strategy explicitly named China and Russia as rivals that seek to challenge American power, influence and interests and attempt to erode American security and prosperity. In response, China said that the new strategy outlined by U.S. President Donald Trump demonstrated a Cold War mentality. Russia is also critical of Trump's new strategy. The Kremlin has called it imperialist, saying that the U.S. is unwilling to accept a multipolar world.
Now news on sports. The final round of 19th National Cricket League started at the 4 venues of the country today. At Johor Ahmed Chaudhary Stadium of Chittagong, Borishal division scored 280 runs for 6 at the end of first day in the first innings against Rangpur division. Nurizaman and Shamsul Islam were on the crease with 51 and 9 runs respectively, while Shohag Ghazi scored 99 runs for Borishal. Sylhet division is trailing by 161 runs in their first innings against Chittagong division at stumps of the day 1 at Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. Sylhet scored 54 runs for 3 in their first innings at the end of the day. Earlier, Chittagong scored 215 runs for all in their first innings. Yasir Ali collected 81 runs for Chittagong. At Shohid Kamruzaman Stadium of Rajshahi, Dhaka Metro scored 210 runs for 4 against Rajshahi division at the end of the first day in first innings. Sadman Islam and Marshal Ayub scored 75 and 67 runs for Dhaka Metro respectively. In the 4th match of the day, Khulna division is trailing by 90 runs in their first innings against Dhaka division at Sawar BKSP ground. At stumps of day 1, Khulna scored 223 runs for no loss in their first innings. Earlier, Dhaka division were all out on 113 runs in their first innings. Mehdi Hassan Miraj bagged 7 wickets for Khulna. Now to end the bulletin, recap of top stories. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina urges border guards to nurture a spirit of mutual confidence and discipline to mark BGB stronger. Turkish Prime Minister Binali Yildirim wraps a Bangladesh visit seeking global support for safe repatriation of Rohingyas. The 19th session of 10th Parliament begins on 7th January. President likely to address first sitting of the session. Rangpur City Corporation election tomorrow. All preparations completed to hold the poll in free, fair and neutral manner. United Nations General Assembly holds emergency session on Jerusalem issue tomorrow. And final round of 19th National Cricket League starts in 4 venues across country.
And that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and we invite you to watch our 11:30 Bangla News. Until then, Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz.